Let's just see on the fly what the body fat is looking like right now. That's me right now, and this is how to stay shredded year round. I've been into gym my whole life since I was young. Got into gym properly when I was about 14. This is my experience of staying lean year round, and I'll insert some pictures as well of me being lean year round throughout the years. So as of right now, this is what I'm looking like. Just normal lighting. But our first point, it's a lifestyle change. You're gonna have to change your lifestyle with what you're doing, because obviously with what you're doing right now isn't working. We're gonna have to change that. It is not a quick guide also. It's not something where you're just gonna look into this and then a couple of weeks you're gonna be shredded. No, this is a lesson throughout everything in life as well. You need to analyze, take in the analytics of everything that you're doing. You can train all you want, but if you want to get better, you need to analyze and then execute the things that you need to improve on. The same thing with staying shredded. It's a consistent investigation to see what works for you as an individual, because everyone's different. Now, with that being said, keep that in mind as we go throughout this whole video and apply it to other areas of your life as well, because this is some knowledge and some game for all aspects of your life. Analyze, execute on what you could have done better, and what you could have done better. What you're already doing good, do even better as well. So specifically, what do I mean? I mean the foods that you're eating. Long story short, you're eating too many foods if you're fat. You're eating too much food, and if you're skinny, you're not eating enough food. Let's just keep it real simple. So what we need to do is we need to analyze how much you're eating and then get it to that threshold to where you're keeping a low body fat percentage year round, nice and easy. So how do we do that? We need to keep some sort of diary. But first, let me quickly explain the general basis of gaining weight and losing weight, gaining fat, losing fat. Just clean this shit up. Maintenance calories equals same weight. In order to stay the same weight, we need to eat a certain amount of calories. In everyone, that's different. But on average, a male, it's about 2,500. If we want to lose fat, we have to take certain amount of calories out. If our body requires 2,500 to maintain, we have to eat 2,000. We have to eat less to lose the body fat. Vice versa, if you're trying to gain weight, you have to eat a little bit more than your body requires. Simple. Let's keep that simple. So we need to analyze now how much that we're eating and reduce it or increase it so we're in the right area to where we're staying lean year round. If we're not yet lean, obviously we'll have to cut back to where we drop the body fat, and then once you're lean, you maintain. How do we put this into practice? Let's say I was overweight and I had too much body fat. What I would want to do, eat in a slight calorie deficit to where I lose the body fat over time, obviously go in gym, gain in the muscle. Once I reached a body fat percentage that I was satisfied with and that I wanted to maintain, what I would do is I would eat maintenance calories to maintain the body weight, find what works for me, and just keep maintaining that level. To put that into practice, with me, growing up, I was always gaining weight. I was on the skinnier side. I wasn't skinny, but I was on the skinnier side, so I've always been trying to gain weight. And then I got to a certain point, and then I just wanted to stay lean year round. I didn't want to put on any more weight. What I done was, which I don't recommend, I tracked my calories. So I was typing in on MyFitnessPal all of the calories of all of my meals, punching it in. So I'll put, for example, 100 grams of rice, type that in. I don't know, 2 chicken breasts, I'll type that in. That's not realistic and it's not maintainable for me. It just got to the point where it was too long and I didn't enjoy doing it basically. So that's not the way to go. What you want to do, get familiar with what foods have what amount of calories per 100 gram, for example. So just to keep it short, vegetables are quite low in calories, oils high in calories, stuff like nuts are high in calories, bread is high in calories. All of this I've learned over the years of tracking, but I don't track anymore because it's unrealistic and it's not applicable to me, so it's not that deep. Once you're familiar with what foods contain what amount of calories, what you want to do is you want to have a log, whether it be a literal diary, which is what I do, or for example now you make your meals and take pictures. So what this is going to do, this is going to give you some sort of analytic to look back on as the weeks go by. Because remember, I'm saying that it's not a quick fix. This is a lifestyle change that you want to be improving on. Say for example now you've looked in the mirror, nothing's changing, or you've maybe gained a bit of body fat. What you would need to do is look back, what was I having each day? Cut back on whatever that was. For example, you was having 3 meals, maybe just have 2 meals, see how that goes. We're doing a constant investigation, and in the beginning it's going to be a lot of trial and error, seeing what works, what don't, which is the long kind of phase. But once you've dialed everything in and you know what works and what don't, apply those things. Once you've got all of these analytics now of all of these foods and how much you're eating each day, toned it back so you're not gaining fat, you're looking in the mirror as the weeks go by, getting on the scale, you're getting leaner. How do you feel? Is it hard to maintain? That could be due to the foods that you're eating. Or do you feel really good? Is your body recovering after the gym sessions really well? Or is it you're feeling really weak and you're not recovering properly? That means that you won't be eating enough food. Just giving examples here. How do you feel? And are you seeing results? Which would obviously be the main point. Are you seeing results from what you're doing? If not, then you will need to change it. 1 + 1 will always be 2. If you're trying to get 4, then you're obviously gonna have to figure something out to get 4. You want to incorporate the health aspect as well, because me, when I was tracking, long story short, I thought to myself, if I could just find everything that's really low in calories, I could just eat a table full of food and then still be able to eat more because it's so low in calories. So, which was the case. I was eating big bowls of salads and all of that shit like that, but I wasn't satisfied, and all of these low calorie foods all contain dog shit type ingredients, all additives, preservatives, sugar alternatives, all of these different things which isn't good for your body. And I was always hungry, never satisfied. Even though my belly was massive, I was still eating. Eat whole foods / real food. The closer to a single ingredient food it is, the better for you it will be, basically. The more real and better foods they are, the better you'll feel and the more satiated that you'll feel as well. Meat mainly is really satiating and you feel full. Egg, avocado, all those filling type foods, they'll fill you up a bit more than just having, I don't know, full pack of biscuits or some shit like that. You'll just want more food, more, never satisfied. The next point is what I do myself as well. It's intermittent fasting. My first meal on average would be around about 10 to about 2. You want to leave your food for more later in the day, because it's good to fast in general. Let your body just breathe and digest and deal with everything that's got to deal with, and then eat a bit later on. Because let's say for example you eat all of the calories that you need to eat early in the day. When it gets to the evening, the more likely you are to binge eat, get whatever's in the cupboard or all of that bad stuff. Now we're kind of diving into more kind of hacks. You can have bigger meals but less frequent meals. So you can have, I've had 1 meal a day before, which has helped. I've had 2 meals a day before as well. So you'd hold off for a bit later on, maybe eat around about 2 p.m. first meal, and then second meal maybe about 6 p.m. 2 bigger meals, but you're still eating the same calorie range. Remember, the main point is calories in, calories out. That's how you're going to either maintain, gain, or lose weight / muscle / body fat. The main point of this video is you need to eat the right amount for your body to gain muscle, but at the same time lose body fat. So that brings me on to my next point. You need to go to the gym at least, I'm saying, twice a week. That way you're going to be stimulating the muscles, making those micro tears in the fibers, and obviously they'll need to repair and get bigger. The key to this video is the analyzing. You need to analyze what you're doing. Look in the mirror, look on the scale. Are you seeing those results? If not, look at what you're doing. Add slight changes. Look again. Is it working? Is it not working? And adapt. That's for everything in life. You'll get to a point where every day you're eating, and let's say you're maintaining weight. Okay, that's good now, and you're on 3 meals. So what you'll want to do now, let's just keep it real simple. Each meal you had chicken, rice, broccoli. 2 pieces of chicken, a cup of rice, a handful of broccoli, let's say. So for the last meal, what you'll want to do is just take a little bit of the rice out and take maybe 1 stem of the broccoli out. Do that for a little while. See if you start to lose the fat, the body fat. If not, take a bit more out. That was just a quick example off the top of my head. If you have any more questions on this subject that I didn't touch on, or you want me to go more in depth on, then just shoot me a message on Instagram or just leave a comment on some shit. And also message me on Instagram if you want one-to-one coaching. I'll help you out, analyze what you're doing with you, go through it with you. Let's just see on the fly the body fat is looking like right now. Year round.